All right, all right, all right. What is going on, good people of the internet? All my Begode boys, my LeaperKim Larrys, my King Song Karens, my In Motion idiots, and we got a new one today. Our NOSFET Nancys. All right, that's all the companies we got to name so far. But again, welcome back to my channel, guys. This one, we're going to be talking about two things this time. So we're going to give you the first impressions of this beautiful X-Way wheel you see in front of you, as well as my first impressions on these beautiful Cohedron Powerknobz you see right in front of you. If you can't tell, it's a quite windy day here in Chicago. And I'm cold. I have my heated gear all the way to the max, and I'm still cold. So it might be a short one, we'll see. But the game plan so far for today is to take you around some of my fun places that I like to ride. And maybe if we're lucky, we can find some hills to kind of test the torque on this wheel. Because this is the X-Way, also known as the torque way, because it does this. Super, super fun. There's people all around me, so I'm gonna take it nice and slow. But man, guys, I haven't even put 100 miles on this wheel, and I can already tell you this is one of the funnest wheels I've ever ridden in my life. I mean, I don't know about you if you've actually ridden like a proper high torque wheel, because Begode used to make two variants of wheels. They used to make a high speed variant of wheels, or you could get the same wheel with a different motor style that was wound more for torque. And I gotta say, those torque style wheels are what I consider to be the funnest thing around. It's just a personal opinion, of course, but anytime that you combine like a lightweight wheel that was like intentionally made with the magnesium alloy and all that stuff, with a high torque motor, you are going to get something very special. And that is literally exactly what we have here in the X-Way as we navigate these pedestrians with their dogs. But yeah, that's exactly what you got here. And this wheel, man, is it fun. You can do stuff like this. Full lean, Superman lean. This wheel is so much fun. I mean, like, damn, it's like a rocket ship. You probably have seen this statement before. Oh, look at that, you saw that? But people say that it pulls off the line 0 to 40 unlike any other wheel they've ever ridden. And damn, is that true, man. I'm going to be talking about a couple things that are kind of hard to explain. Like, it's hard to quantify how much torque something has. It's hard to describe how the pedals feel, besides saying they're hard. Like, that's why I really didn't make a video about the correction angle feature on LeaperKim on my Sherman L, because it's just like, it's so hard to describe. Uh-oh, and here we go, guys. Okay, well, this might be a problem. So we've reached the police do not cross line, and this is there for very good reason. I could cross that line, but around that corner is going to be pure ice. So I have something else in mind for us to do. We have a little workaround that actually involves some stairs. So let's go ride some stairs real quick. All right, what angle should I get? Let's just do a little parallel angle offset. Okay, stairs on this wheel. I got the suspension set. So nice. It's nice. But yeah, speaking of that, I have the suspension linkage. I have it in between soft and hard. I actually have it on the very first notch for anybody that has an X-Way. Look at that, that felt so good. Wow. But yeah, this linkage, this suspension feels super, super good. And it feels different than a LeaperKim style suspension. That's kind of the only way I have to describe it at the moment. Like, The Fast A suspension, it soaks up every single bump. All right, so I'm gonna talk about the suspension differences some more, but while we're waiting for the light, let's take this opportunity to show you some things. So first off, I thought the trolley handle was gonna be so much worse than it actually is, but geez, is it really nice. I thought it was gonna be bad, but the way it's balanced in the middle of the wheel is just, it really feels nice, and you can tell that they put a lot of intentional work into where the center of gravity is on this wheel, because it is the easiest wheel I've ever ridden to pendulum, and there's something about just that center of gravity that just makes it super, super well balanced and fun to play with. But we got a green light, so let's go. Okay, time for some traffic riding. And there's a couple things I want to talk about. So the first time I rode this wheel, I had the PWM Alarms set at 80%, and I was hearing beeps as early as 36 miles an hour when I torqued it. Now, since then, I'm not sure if they've changed the way they're calculating the PWM or what, but now I've set the alarms to 90%, and I've full sent this thing up to 48. Like super hard leaning, and I haven't felt any of the beeps that I was feeling before. So I don't know if that beeping sensation is gone. You guys are going to be seeing the actual GPS speed on your screen right now, so we are going to see just how high it goes before I hear a beep. But for now, guys, we're going to send it down Michigan Ave. I'm going to make a quick stop at Grant Park Skate Park. If it's not icy, I'm gonna test out the suspension on some fun little skate park tricks, and then we are going to continue onto a place called Northerly Island, where they have some off-roading and some hills that I should be able to test the torque on. So that's the game plan for now. Of course, we got to get there first. Okay, so what I wanted to say about the difference between the Fast Ace and the Begode suspension. So the Fast Ace, it's always there, it's always dampening. So so it really soaks up like every single bump, every single crack. But this linkage, it does it a little bit different. So it feels the best when you're going off big drops, right? Like it doesn't feel bad or anything when I'm riding like this, but I do feel more of the bumps than I would with the Fast A suspension. That being said, my Fast A suspension, it would bottom out when I did big drops, but this wheel is not bottoming out no matter what I do to it, and that is a pretty cool feeling. Hard brake in front of this car as they stop, which brings up another point. This wheel brakes so nice, so nicely. This is my first 168 volt wheel, so maybe that's why, but man, feels so good. And I did change the tire. I'm sure you've seen that video, but I got that Shinko 241. Now, the Shinko 241, I feel like it gets a weird rep. Some people say it's only an off-road tire. Some people say it's only good for dirt. But here I am. I'm a city rider. I ride 80%, 90% streets, and probably 10 to 20% off-road. And I gotta say, this is the best tire I've ever used. I love this tire on the street the same way I love it off-road. It gives me incredible grip. Like the traction on this tire is crazy. And that being said, I would take it over so many other wheels, so many other tires. I don't trust this person, they're not looking, so I'm gonna speed on by them. But yeah, it's a busy day here in Chicago. It's Saturday, January the 18th. 2025 is off to a great start for me wheel-wise. I mean, I've been riding the Sherman L I got some upgrades coming to it, like my Atom G pedals. I finally got the Atom G Begode Sherman L pedal hanger bracket as we pass the bean off to the left. So that's really exciting. I get to put on my favorite pedals back on my Sherman. And if you don't know, the pedal hangers on the X-Way actually got changed, so they're no longer the same size as the old Begode pedals were. So I couldn't put my Atom G's onto my X-Way, and I don't have my Commander Pro anymore because I sold it. So they were just sitting idle, and now I get to use them on my Sherman L. Okay, let's go, full send, let's try it. 30, 36, 40. So I haven't tested it too much. This is the first time I'm recording GPS speed on the wheel, but when I fly by the radar sensors downtown, the screens, I do find that the wheel is pretty close to accurate, or close to GPS speed. So I trust this wheel. I feel like 40 miles per hour is 40 miles per hour GPS. We're gonna find out though. But yeah, wide open streets. Get in the right lane so they can see me if they're turning. Woo! I love that 241. I got grip, I can carve, I can lean, I can do whatever I want. Woo! 43, no beeps. But it's weird. The first time, I already said this, but like, the only thing I changed to make it not beep was set the PWM alarms at 90 instead of 80. And after I did that, I noticed no beeps at all. Now, I probably should free spin it and see if it cuts out at 100, because I don't know if that's true. And yesterday I rode this wheel, I full sent it, I hit 47 miles per hour, and my highest PWM was 77%. So something is weird is definitely going on with the PWM for this wheel. And I'm not really sure what it is, but I do know that I personally feel like if I keep this wheel under 50 miles an hour, under 55, I'm never gonna cut out. Do I know that to be true? I don't. It's just what I think. But I'm gonna be putting that to the test. So I'm here at Grant Skatepark now. It's right over here to the left. We're gonna go check it out, see if it's icy. If it's icy, we're gonna go somewhere else. But if it's not icy, we're gonna see if we can play around and do some little fun tricks. Oh, what I just did brings up an interesting point. So this is my first wheel with 130 millimeters of suspension travel. And I gotta say, it's a weird thing to get used to. Like, you have to curb bonk in a very different way. Oh shit, I'm stuck. But no, since the tube is so long, it's like you literally have to like get past all that travel before you get to the top, and then you start to go up. So we are here at the skate park here today. Oh, and it is looking nice and clear. So a couple people skating, but we will work around them. Let me show you some of my favorite lines. Whew. No bottom out, nothing. Feels so good. Like, damn, this suspension feels amazing. Look at that. It's whew, pure ice over there. I gotta watch out for that back corner. That's straight ice. But yeah, this should be a great test of the suspension because this area has a couple drops. I can go down some stairs. Let's go down some stairs slowly, show you that. There's straight ice at the bottom. That's nice. Feels good.
Hey, yo, boss, how much that thing weigh?
One sec. What you say?
How much that thing weigh? I see you hopping around.
Yeah, this one's like 95 pounds, I think.
Oh, shit, I was going for 30 or 40.
No, it's heavy. It's just metal.
That's a decent height for that.
Yeah.
All right.
This one's fun.
Yeah, stay safe, man.
Oh yeah, you too. Look at that. I feel like I didn't even come close to bottoming out. I'm gonna send it off this drop. Let's go check this out. Okay, so I would say that's like a 3-foot drop, nothing crazy. There is ice at the bottom, so might not be the smartest idea, but I think I'm gonna send it. Okay, here we go. Straight off the lip. Woohoo! Okay, that shit felt so good. Like, this is why I say this is the funnest wheel I've ever ridden on. It's like it has taken everything I've been able to throw at it and just like laughed. It has just laughed. Like, it's so much fun. I love riding at the skate park. Like, that was sick. That was sick. It was so much fun. Like, that's bottoming out my Sherman 100%. But not the X-Way. Okay, so you saw the suspension's ability to, absorb all those landings. But what about the hill climbing ability? This is actually one of the bigger hills that I've been able to find. Clearly not a natural hill, but let's go up it. I'm trying to see the best way to do this. I think I'm gonna start on this ridge and just send it. Now, I'm gonna hold my camera behind my back because I really don't want to drop the camera and break it. But you guys see the hill. I don't know what degree it is. I've never gone up this hill before. So, yeah, I hope I have good grip on the tire. Let's go. Woo! Oh my gosh, look, I am a 200-pound man. I just want you to know, I'm a 200-pound man, and the way this wheel makes you feel when you're flying up a hill like that is crazy. Like, this thing has so much power. Going up a hill like this, and I fucking lean into it and torque it even more, like, it's actually just crazy. So, let's go down the hill. Woo! Super smooth. Just damn, what a fun wheel. What a fun wheel. And I guess now would be a perfect time to talk about something else I wanted to talk about that means a lot to me, is these Powerknobz Cohedron pads. So I had never tried these pads before. My curiosity got the best of me, and I paid for them full price. Oh, by the way, every single thing you see on my channel, I paid for. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I pay for everything out of my pocket, my hard-earned dollars, just like you guys do. So keep that in mind. Not a paid review. I paid for these. That being said, these are probably the best pads I've ever used in my life. Even better than the Void Core. So that's enough of the skate park. But yeah, previously on my Sherman L, I used the Void Core. Powerknobz. Okay, so previously on my Sherman L, I've been using the Void Core power knobs, and those power knobs are so like freeing, right? You can lean as far as you can, and the feeling of freedom and maneuverability is just like really overwhelming, right? Not overwhelming, but it feels great. Those knobs feel great. You can lean all the way forward and probably touch the ground if you really wanted to, just like my man Gabe from EVs does. But these power knobs are a little bit different. If I had to describe them, I would describe the Void Core as kind of street oriented and these more off-road oriented. So if you watched my very first power knob video ever, the one thing I said about the wheel or the pads was that I feel like the Grizzly pad setup is better for off-roading because you have more surface area to leverage the wheel with. Now that stands true. I do think that the Void Core are not the best off-roading pads because they're great for full leaning with the heel lock, but if you're going up a surface or pushing over a rock or something, you want to have more leverage to do it than just your own body weight, right? You get that multiplying leverage force when you have a pad that's stationary that you can push into, like the Grizzlies. Now, these power knobs are like a perfect medium between Grizzly pads and the OG power knobs. And what I mean by that is that as you lean, these pads, they hug you. It's like I have extra support when I'm leaning. It's like they hug my legs. And it's like I said at the beginning, this is something that's kind of hard to describe. It's very subjective, pads especially. But what I can say in a factual manner is that the extra surface area makes me feel so much more confident when I'm leaning because I can feel the lock against my leg. I can feel the lock on my leg pushing against the top of my foot, but it's not restrictive like the Grizzlies are, right? It's still that freeing power knob feeling, but in a different format that's a little bit more supportive. And I gotta say, I've really, really been enjoying them. Now, not every pad is perfect. The Void Cores are amazing. They're great street riding wheels, street riding pads. The seated riding is amazing, but they're not that good off-roading, at least in my opinion. Same is true with these pads. They're not perfect in every area. They excel in off-roading, they excel in street riding, but I think the seated riding aspect might be a little bit tricky, right? I know this wheel has a seat, and I really have not used it, so let's go ahead and try it. But if you can see, when I can sit with my Void Cores, my feet are like this, like they're directly in line with the pads. With these, they're kind of restricted. I almost have to go around them in a way. Oh, actually, you can see how they're leaning. That's actually interesting. They're like leaning against the Velcro, which I don't know how to feel about that, but they've been super secure so far. I can pick up the wheel from the Velcro, and that is because I always exchange the stock Velcro on every single wheel I own. I don't know about you, but there's two things I don't trust, and that is the stock inner tubes that come with wheels and the stock Velcro. I have put on industrial strength Velcro, 15-pound stick, on every single wheel that I ever owned. And I feel like that makes a big difference. And when you really think about it, right, your life is worth more than 20-cent Velcro that this Chinese company is putting on its wheels, right? Like, they care about profit margins. They don't care about the quality of the Velcro. So if I were you, my recommendation would be to put good Velcro on all your wheels. Okay, so we are coming up on Northerly Island. We're actually on Northerly Island right here. And this is one of the only kind of off-road areas around the city. So I'm going to see if I can go up some of these hills and show you what type of torque it has, and probably catch a beautiful sunset. I mean, look how pretty this area is. You got the lagoon over here completely frozen because it's absolutely brick outside. And yeah, I'm rambling. But main point of this story is the Cohedron Powerknobz are actually amazing. I think I do like these more than the Void Core Powerknobz. I really love the extra security I get when I full lean. I mean, look, watch this. Here, actually, let me go around the corner to a straighter area. But like, man, just the security that these pads have, like I can just Shinko 241. Woo! Okay, so there's two hills, one over there, one off to our right over here. We are gonna see what type of torque this wheel can provide. Balance beam. Okay, let's go. This is very damn. Well, I'm pretty sure my recording just kind of cut off in the middle of that, but it is hard to show you the scale of this hill. It's not huge, but just know, like I was completely stalling the wheel going up it, and I could still push and get more torque out of the wheel. What a crazy feeling. All right, I want to test the other hill and then I might come back because I don't think you guys caught that on, I don't think I caught that on camera. Okay, I don't think this one is quite as steep, but still, you can stall your wheel going up it, so let's go. And these pads make me feel connected the whole way. I love it. I love the way it makes me feel. Check it out, guys. Beautiful natural area in Chicago. What a view. All right, let's go back down. Oh man, okay. First impressions of the X-Way are fantastic. This has got to be the funnest wheel I have ridden. I love how lightweight it is. I weighed it, it was 96 pounds, but when I tell you, like, it feels like it's 80 pounds. Like, it really does. I don't know if it's just because it's a confined package, but when I compare the 105, 106 pounds or whatever that the Sherman L is against this, it literally feels night and day. Like, this wheel is playful and fun and light, and I can carry it upstairs without a problem. Like, I hated carrying my Sherman L up anywhere. But yeah, let's go again with this hill. I don't think you guys saw it the first time, so hopefully I don't fall. But yeah, super locked in, super connected. Wheel's got some punch to it. You can feel the motor grunting, but it never stops. It just keeps going. Look at that, look at that. Oh, super, super fun, unbelievable. That's why I call this wheel the torque way, not the X way. This thing has got unlimited torque. Now, I am not an off-road guy. This is totally new to me. So I'm really scared of hitting a rock or pedal clipping. But for now, I'm loving it. Let's just go straight up the side of this hill. Fuck. Woo! Whoa, what happened? I think I hit a bump. But yeah, I bought this wheel because when people were describing it, they were saying that like the wheel has so much torque that the traction on the tire is a limiting factor. And that has been my experience so far, which is also why I switched out to that Shinko 241. the best tire ever. But yeah, guys, let's go down this hill. And I don't even think this is a path anymore. I'm just riding around. Let's go up this hill. Straight through fucking... Okay, this is what I mean. Like, I'm stalling the tire, but it's still going. Like, I'm leaning as hard as I can, going slow. That is pure torque of the motor. Nothing else but pure torque. Woo! Okay, guys. Well, I've been recording for about 35 minutes now. Not sure how long this video is going to turn out, but I think I've gotten all of my points across. The X-Way is incredibly torquey. The suspension is awesome. I have never bottomed it out. I don't know how I would bottom it out. The motor has unlimited torque. It's super lightweight. It feels great. It's fun to ride, and I absolutely love it. I'm not really sure why you'd want the 134 volt version when this thing is such a beast, but everybody's different, and I can't speak for everybody. So if you do want the 134 volt version, I guess leave Y down in the comments. But yeah, that was point number one. Point number two is that these power knob Cohedrons are simply unbelievable. Like, I really love the amount of locked inness I have with the pads. The shape of the front pad gives you that extra support and that extra lean. So when you're leaning hard, it hugs the top of your foot, and I absolutely love how that feels. Super, super freeing. And I haven't found any downsides to this so far, apart from maybe not having the best seated riding experience, but I'm buying these for an off-road wheel where I don't plan on sitting down, so it's okay with me. But yeah, I love the pads. They make me feel super secure and locked in. They are very confidence inspiring. And yeah, I absolutely love the pads. They're super confidence inspiring, being able to full lean like this whenever I want, and knowing that I have the security of a one-piece pad setup that won't fall off the wheel. Also, because I've upgraded the Velcro. And they're just super ergonomic. I didn't talk about the brake pad and the brake pad extender that I have going on, but these things feel amazing. I love the braking. I don't feel like I need the overkill brake pads. On my Sherman L, I have the Void Core and the overkill brake pads. I don't feel like I need it on this because of the brake extensions. And all around, it is a do-it-all package. I can't recommend enough. If you're interested in buying power knobs, definitely use my discount code PEVPOV, PEVPOV. I'm sure you know why, given the channel name. But yeah, that'll hook you up with about 8% discount on all power knob items. But more importantly, let me know if you like the power knobs. These have been like game changing for my EUC riding experience, and that's why I promote them so heavily, is because I know everybody that I've showed them to and told them about who's purchased them has said really positive things about them. Like, I actually don't know anyone who's had anything but a positive experience on the power knobs. So I'm gonna keep on pushing them. I love them. They make me a better rider, and I'm sure they'll make you a better rider too. But with all that said, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. and taking time out of your busy days, your busy life, your busy schedule to see things from the PEV point of view here on my channel. Stay happy, stay positive, keep your head up. Things are going to get better if they're not going great already. I love you guys. Stay safe out on the streets. Take care.